So let's start with circular measure, everyone. Now, the thing is, first thing we talk about is radian measurement here. So what is radian measurement? So as you can see, 1 radian is angle subtended by an arc of length r centimeter. So for example, if there is a circle of radius r centimeter, and what I'll have to do, I'll have to just make an arc of r centimeter like this. Okay, the radius of the circle is r centimeter. The length of arc is also r centimeter. Now whatever the angle it will subtend, that's going to be 1 radian. Now this is also valid for if for another circle whose radius is huge, like basically capital R. So even the length of arc would be capital R. Okay, but the angle subtended will still be same, which is going to be 1 radian. Now if I can take any radius, then I will take r is equals to 1. If I just take r is equals to 1, just a second, if I just take r is equals to 1, then the length of arc, this also is going to be 1, and the angle subtended will be 1 radian. Now the thing is, this complete angle would be how much? It's going to be the circumference of the circle, which is nothing but 2 pi r. But here r is 1, so that's why it's going to be 2 pi. So this is nothing but 2 pi radian. And we know how much it is in degrees, the complete circle, which is 360 degree. And that's how we get 2 pi is equals to 360 degree and pi is equals to 180 degrees, right? Pi radian. Now, if I want to convert radian into degrees and degrees into radian, we either need to multiply by 180 by pi, or we need to multiply by pi by 180. Logically, just think about it. Radian is a huge unit. Think about it. 6.28 radian is 360 degree. So of course, 1 radian is too much. So that's why whenever I want to convert radian into degrees, I'll make it huge. So I'll have to multiply by 180 and divide by small number pi. Similarly, if I want to convert degrees into radians, so I'll have degrees huge quantity and I'll have to make it small because radian is a huge unit. So I'll have to multiply by pi, but I'll have to divide by a large number, which is 180. So that's how we'll do the conversion. Okay, now we're going to start with this thing called length of arc and area of sector. There are just two formulae in this thing, and then the third one is with respect to the trigonometry. So we know that length of arc is what? It's theta upon 360 into circumference. Remember, it's a length of arc. It's a part of a circle. Like just if you talk about a slice of a pizza, the crust is the length of arc, but the whole slice is nothing but the sector. So if I want to find the length of that arc, it's going to be what? It's going to be theta upon 360. That how many divisions of that angle it is making with respect to 360 into circumference. So obviously, if it is a half circle, it's going to be 180 degree divisions upon 360 into 2 pi r. That will give me the circumference, like the half circumference of the circle, which is nothing but the length of arc of that circle. Similarly, it depends on the angle, this whatever it is. Area, so again, it's going like if I talk about area of sector, it's a part of a circle, part of an area of a circle. So that's why it's going to be theta upon 360 into pi r square, which is area of the circle. So these are the two formula we will get, but the angle is in degrees. Now if the angle is in radian, what we are going to do, we are just going to make this theta radian, we'll just convert that into degrees. So we'll have to multiply by 180 by pi. Here also we are multiplying by 180 by pi. After simplifying, we just get these two formulae, that the length of arc is r theta and length of area of sector is half r square theta. Now how we'll remember? See, length of arc is in centimeter meter, like length it is. That's why centimeter, meter, kilometer. That's why there will be only one r, like this r. Okay, and then we just need to multiply by theta, obviously, because we need that angle theta. So simple formula r theta. But if you talk about area, so obviously area is in centimeter square, kilometer square, meter square, whatever square. So at the end it's going to be r square. We'll have to multiply by theta. But in most of the, it's a stupid logic, but in most of the area of the triangle or that sine area of triangle and all those things, we apply half. That's why here also we'll apply stupid logic, but works perfectly. So that's going to be half r square theta. So these are the two formulae which we have in circular measure. Now if we talk about area of segment, so area of segment means what? This region, which is in the blue part, this one. Okay, so this is area of segment. Now what would be the area of segment? Obviously, as you can see, it's going to be area of sector minus area of triangle. Now area of sector is what we already know. If it is half r square theta. Area of triangle using trigonometry, it's going to be what? If you remember, it's half into AB sine C, like half into both the sides into sine of angle between them. So here it's r into sine of angle between them, which is nothing but the theta. So that's how we'll get area of that segment. And one more important thing, which is not there in textbook or anything, don't use cosine rule whenever they are asking you to find any of the length or sides or anything, because most of the time it is going to be an isosceles triangle. Like I'm talking about something like this. So for example, if we have like this measurement, this 90 degree, and we need to find this side. So there could be a probability that, you know, maybe you'll have to find this thing. So for this thing, what we can use cosine rule for sure, but avoid it because, you know, it's too much of calculation. In the first question only we'll see that, don't worry. So instead of doing all those things, what we can do, we can just divide this theta into 2. So it's going to be theta by 2. Radius we already know, and they are asking you to find this x, let's say. So simply what we are going to use, we are just going to use, since it's opposite and hypotenuse, so it's going to be sine theta by 2 is equal to opposite, that is x by 2 upon hypotenuse, which is r. It will like, you know, maybe it might be new for you, but it's understandable and it's very easy, so don't worry about it. So obviously if I want to find x by 2, so x by 2 is equals to r sine theta by 2, and that's it. You just substitute it, multiply by 2, you will get the value of x, instead of doing that r square plus r square and 2 cos theta and all those things. So instead of that, you can simply use this thing and get the values. That's all we have in circular measure.